primetime speech tonight will focus on election integrity ahead of the midterm elections. Hostilities between the U.S. and Iran continuing to escalate. The Strait of Hormuz remains at the center of current airstrikes. In Texas Hill Country, high river rescues taking place to flash flooding. The governor says at least one person has died. This is ABC News.
Time now for the KSL In-Depth. And in sports, the Utah Mammoth's complete 2026-2027 schedule is out. KSL Mammoth insider Cole Bagley joins me now live. So what sticks out for you, Cole?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely exciting, right? Not only to have their third schedule release, but the schedule is actually increasing from 82 regular season games to 84. So we'll get 2 additional games on the schedule. And for Utah, I think the biggest thing that stands out is, their first, I believe, 19 or 20 games, they get to play 13 of those on the road. So this is a team that's going to be tested early on in terms of, their depth and, how well they're able to respond to, being the road team through a majority of the first quarter of the year.
Okay, tested early on the road. Give us an idea of what some of those early games look like.
Yeah, so after their home opener against Chicago, they're going to head off and face some really good opponents, and they're going to do their New York trip. So they'll play the Rangers and the New Jersey Devils, and they'll make a stop in Boston and Buffalo. So a lot of teams that are going to test them early on, and then I think their toughest actually and longest road trip of the season is actually early November, where they face the Penguins, the Flyers, Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, and Vegas. So of those 6 games, 5 of those teams made the playoffs this last year. So like I said, this is a heavy road loaded schedule. So Utah's going to have their work cut out for them. They got to make sure that they're up to the test so that they don't fall behind early.
Okay, so when is the first game set?
First game, it'll be at Delta Center on October 1st against the Chicago Blackhawks. So this is the second time in their 3 years of existence that Utah will actually open up the season against Chicago on home ice.
And hopefully the Delta Center will be done by then, right?
Yeah, I mean, year 2 of the 3-year renovation cycle will be completed. So one of the end zones behind the net, behind one of the nets, I believe it's the south end, will be completed. And then as well, they'll have some work done on the sides of the ice on the upper bowl, where they're calling them gondolas. It's a system that's been used throughout the NHL. So a lot of work that's being done and should be completed well before, at least a couple days to a couple of weeks before things get kicked off.
All right, Cole. Always appreciate your help. Thanks so much for being with me.
No problem.
That is KSL Mammoth insider Cole Bagley joining me. Traffic and weather, it's brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
Got a couple of slow spots now on I-15. First northbound, just after 21st South and reaching up to 13th South. A little congested there. And some light southbound I-15 delays coming after the south interchange at 7200 South. And in Weber County, it's a little slow in the construction zone on northbound I-15 coming from Roy, reaching up toward Riverdale Road. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
The KSL 7-day forecast starts off with partly to mostly cloudy skies, highs in the upper 90s, and a stray chance for a shower or storm. We'll increase the chance to see some rain on Friday with a high of 97. Over the weekend, not seeing too strong of a chance for precipitation, but we're going to keep just an isolated storm chance Saturday and Sunday. Early next week looks like our best push of moisture, so hopefully Monday and Tuesday we all get some measurable rain. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Devin Mashuli.
And it's a toasty 90 degrees in downtown Salt Lake City. Quick check of the markets. The Dow continuing to lose ground. A complete update of your money news is coming up next.
As we celebrate America 250, KSL presents Utah Cornerstones, honoring the businesses that built our past and continue to shape our future.
Some businesses sell products, others become part of a community's legacy. Since 1948, Duke's Jewelers has been a trusted part of Springville and Utah families' most meaningful moments. That's 80 years of meaningful craftsmanship, founded by J. Melvin Duke. The tradition continues today under fourth-generation owner Kimberly Narupe, who quite literally grew up in the family shop. She has a fresh perspective and deep respect for tradition. Guided by values of care, honesty, and exceptional craftsmanship, Duke's Jewelers creates pieces designed to last a lifetime because every design begins with a story. Since Duke's is a family-owned store with lower overhead, they can offer better diamonds and craftsmanship at a better price. Learn more about this Utah cornerstone at dukesjewelers.com.
Utah Cornerstones on KSL News Radio.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
Summer happens. Backyard barbecues, pool days, family vacations, kids running in and out of the house, pets tracking in dirt after every adventure. By July, your carpets have probably seen it all. Instead of worrying about the mess, let Zero Res take care of it. Their patented cleaning technology removes dirt, stains, and allergens without the use of sticky soaps or harsh chemicals. Their process leaves your carpet looking and feeling cleaner longer, saving you time and money. Even better, a Zero-Rest clean leaves carpets dry in hours, not days, so you can get back to enjoying summer sooner. And every cleaning is backed by the Gotta Love It guarantee. If you're not completely satisfied, Zero-Res will come back and re-clean the areas you're not happy with at no additional cost. Right now, get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned for just $139. Call 866-ZERO-RES or schedule online at ZeroRes.com today to start your summer cleanup. Spell the same forward or backward. Zero-Res is the right way to clean.
KSL News Time 1254. Dating apps can help people find love in modern times, or they can be a constant disappointment. Hinge hopes to change that with a new feature. The dating app says it's designed to be deleted, has added Friends Take. It allows friends and family members to leave testimonials on their loved ones' dating profiles. Now, users can send their wingmen a unique link that allows them to leave that testimonial. Watching Utah's Money, YouTube is appealing a major social media addiction lawsuit verdict in Los Angeles. The jury found YouTube and Meta negligent in a case involving a young woman who claimed social media addiction worsened her mental health. That woman was awarded $6 million in damages. The judge in the case previously tossed the company's post-trial motion to redo the trial. United Airlines is giving travelers some more room and getting rid of that dreaded middle seat. It plans to roll out Economy Plus seats, and instead of the middle seat, there will be a small table. It will start popping up on flights later this year. The FIFA World Cup might be saving the drink industry. Inside Hook reports in the 11 host states, there's been 14.21% year-over-year keg increase in bars and restaurants. The sales aren't just driven by tourists. Non-host states are seeing a 6.21% increase as well. And taking a look at your money at this moment, the Dow now down by 202 points, more than 0.25%, sitting at 52,456. S&P 500 down by about 0.5%, down 43 points. And the NASDAQ down by 1.25%, down 354 points. Real Salt Lake is getting ready to return to the MLS action once the World Cup wraps up. And last night they played a friendly at home against Burnley FC from England. Real Salt Lake's players looked fresh and they won the match 4-1. The season resumes next week when Real faces LAFC.
Buying a home can feel overwhelming, especially when your real estate agent recommends a lender you've never heard of. That's okay, but this is your mortgage. Before you lock anything in, get a second opinion. Loans by Rick has closed over 1,000 loans, often finding lower rates and closing costs. A quick second look could save you money. Call 801-809-SAVE. That's 801-809-SAVE. Or go to loansbyrick.com. Rick Urchabom, NMLS 241179, and Vintage Lending, NMLS 287106, Equal Opportunity Lenders. Buying a home? Before you choose your realtor's preferred lender, a bank, or a credit union, get a second opinion from Loans by Rick. With over 25 years of mortgage lending experience and access to more than 80 wholesale lenders, we can shop multiple loan programs to help find the financing that best fits your needs. Experience and finding ways to save you money? That's what we do. Call Loans by Rick today at 801-809-7283. That's 801-809-7283. Rick Urchabom, NMLS 241179, and Vintage Lending, NMLS 287106, Equal Opportunity Lenders.
You trust us for news and information in your car. Now trust us at home. KSL News Radio has you covered, keeping you informed on the latest breaking news, weather, traffic, sports, and more. Listen on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device. Just say, Alexa, open KSL News Radio. Or listen on the KSL News Radio Listen app. Text the word app to 57500. KSL News Radio. We have you covered.
Can we do it? We rope it up.
Cause we know how to jump. Moving and eating better every day can help make you and your kids healthier. Search We Can online to find out more. A message from the Ad Council, HHS, and NIH's We Can program.
Traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. What's going on, Cormac?
Oh, Maria, we do have a new issue. This is a crash on southbound Mountain View corridor at 5400 South. Looks like they are blocking a left lane, maybe the right shoulder as well, causing some pretty heavy congestion right at the intersection, but otherwise it's normal delays on Mountain View northbound at 4100 South. I-15 running without delay right now between Ogden and Provo. Maybe a little slow southbound approaching 7200 South in Midvale. There was a crash getting off the freeway there, but that quickly cleared off the road. Make your summer plans more rewarding with double points on gas and groceries using your rewards visa from Cyprus Credit Union. Learn more at cypruscu.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Taking a look at the forecast for the Wasatch Front, staying in the 90s for at least the next 5 days. Looks like the next 7 days, but we go into the low 90s by early next week, so just a bit of a reprieve there. We do have a chance of showers most days throughout the week. 30% chance today, a 50% chance tomorrow. Right now, 90 degrees in downtown Salt Lake City.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 1 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this hour. Police have arrested a man accused of starting a wildfire that forced evacuations in American Fork Canyon last week. New arrest documents say witnesses saw 46-year-old Conrad Jared Larson throwing sticks on a fire outside of a fire pit near the Timpanoogie campground last Thursday, the day the Timp fire started.
Instead of trying to, take efforts to put out the fire, he was taking efforts to increase it. So it is a very concerning behavior. It's one of the reasons that we were, very glad that we've been able to get him into custody.
That's Sergeant Ray Ormond with the Utah County Sheriff's Office. Court records also show Larson pled guilty to starting another wildfire in this same area in 2017. He has been booked into the Utah County Jail on suspicion of felony arson. Firefighters are making good progress against the two largest wildfires burning in Utah right now. The Cottonwood fire near Beaver is now 87% contained at over 97,000 acres burned. The Babylon fire in San Juan County is over 100,000 acres large, but it's now 57% contained. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Today's day 2 of confirmation hearings for Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche. During today's hearing, a survivor of Jeffrey Epstein testified Blanche ignored her.
Survivor Danny Bensky criticized Blanche for finding the time to meet with convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell, but never directly meeting with some of the survivors of Epstein and Maxwell's abuse.
Crime victims deserve better from the nation's highest level of law enforcement officials. We deserve to be heard directly, not dismissed and ignored.
The testimony comes as Senator Tom Tillis of North Carolina, a key vote for Blanche's confirmation to move forward, said he would require Blanche to meet with Epstein's victims to earn his vote. Peter Haralambous, ABC News.
And your money at this moment, all the markets in the red right now. The Dow's down 183 points, the S&P down 43, the Nasdaq seeing the worst dips right now. It's down 357 points. Coming up, more hot temperatures, but also some more rain in the forecast. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time 102.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Now on Saturday at 5 p.m.
This is Colin Keary from the New Millennium Group. Have you ever had a question for your financial advisor only to find out that the next available appointment is months away? At New Millennium Group, we believe that financial advice should never be limited to once-a-year review meetings. Life happens every single day. Markets change, retirement questions come up, family situations evolve, and when they do, you deserve answers. That's why we pride ourselves at the New Millennium Group on being accessible when our clients need us most. Whether you're wondering about your investments or a major life decision, our team is here to help provide guidance. We're not interested in being the firm you hear from once a year. We want to be your trusted resource throughout your entire retirement journey. If you're looking for a financial team that values relationships, communication, and responsiveness, we'd love to meet you. Give us a call today at 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370, or visit us at utahsfinancialplanner.com.
On Thursday, August 13th, the Orrin G. Hatch Foundation will honor United States Senator John Barrasso with the Titan of Public Service Award at the Grand America Hotel in Salt Lake City. Enjoy an unforgettable evening celebrating distinguished public service, featuring an exclusive conversation with Senator Barrasso and a special performance by renowned pianist Steven Nelson. Seats are limited, so reserve your tickets today at OrrinHatchFoundation.org. That's ORRIN hatchfoundation.org.
Right now, JCW's has 15 bus and billboards depicting our delicious, mouth-watering hamburgers across I-15. We've also just learned that I-15 averages 15 fender benders a day. Probably a coincidence, but just in case, keep your eyes on the road. Here's what our burgers sound like. Now, with your hands at 10 and 2, safely turn into one of our 5 locations in American Fork, Lehigh, Provo, South Jordan, and Harriman. JCW's. Quality and a lot of it.
Quick look at traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
Still seeing heavy delays southbound Mountain View corridor due to that crash that is at 5400 South on southbound Mountain View corridor. Those are starting to stack back up toward about 4100 South. And we also have a truck fire affecting drivers on southbound I-215's west belt near 4700 South. They're out of traffic and in the right shoulder, so there aren't any delays, but do give them the space as they work to clear that up. The Good Feet store, supporting you with comfort no matter what the day brings. Find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Look for a high of 98 degrees today with mostly cloudy skies. As we work through the day, we may see about a 30% chance of seeing a storm tonight. High of 97 tomorrow, but a 50% chance of storms. That's a high for the week. And then down to 96 come Saturday. Right now, it's 91 degrees and mostly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Alex, that's a great way to get your kids off social media.
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, my real goal with the new social media stuff is to show up in my kids' feed.
This is KSL Brightside. on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard. I've got Val Cameron here. Val, third day in a row, you and me.
Love it. Yeah.
Val's filling in for Alex today. He'll be back in a couple of days when he gets back from. He's taking some time off with family, and hopefully he's doing well. I didn't hear from him at all yesterday.
Oh, so good. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I'm sure he's fully into the stuff he's doing with his kids, and good for him. He needs that time as a good dad. But you and me, we got the show today.
We do.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
We got to start with the three things.
Your top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The Three Things.
All right, first up, Alliance for a Better Utah and Elevate Strategies. Joshua Cantor and Gabrielle Finlayson have all sued Fox News and Kevin O'Leary for defamation after they claimed, and then Fox News promoted the idea that all these people in Utah that are against the data center are actually being paid by they're secretly spies of the Chinese government. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Come on.
And they're at least being paid by the Chinese Communist Party. Of course, this was not true. This led to apologies. This led to retractions from Fox News. And also from Kevin O'Leary, and also a really funny retraction from State Senator Todd Weiler, who took, so politicians always grab onto weird things, but this was the weirdest thing, because this comes out and Kevin O'Leary's all, yeah, well, they're paid by these Chinese communists, and everyone's like, all right, whatever, dude. And then, but Todd Weiler was like, oh, that sounds plausible. And he went nuts with it.
He rode that all the way.
He went nuts with it. It's like, really? This is the thing? Like, no one else buys this at all. And you're like, no, we got to tell everyone that the Communist Party is fighting the data center in Utah.
There's so many things going on with that story. It's crazy.
And that led to State Senator Todd Weiler coming on KSL to apologize. So everyone's apologizing and retracting, and
that only goes somewhere, though, because there's always people out there that will still believe it, regardless of retractions and apologies.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It is a credulous crowd. Well, it's a crowd that are primed for conspiracies.
Yeah.
And they are ready to believe. They are whatever the story is, they're ready to say that's not true. This is what really happened. Whatever crazy conspiracy, and we've always had that. That's always been kind of part of it, the X-Files crowd. And it was, for a long time, it was kind of this, fun twist on America.
Right,
we have these people that you could always rely on them for a wacky take.
Yeah.
But it's now grown to such a large number of people that it really is getting tiresome. It's no longer a funny, quirky thing. It's actually a thing that is really disruptive and expensive for us, politically, economically, and culturally.
Do you have anything that you're a little like Bigfoot or little conspiracy? Nothing. You're not no conspiracy.
Bigfoot, no. Aliens, no. Ghost, no. Kennedy shooting, no.
Nothing. You're just a straight-laced guy.
9/11 stuff, none.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, yeah, not that.
It's no.
Yeah. Okay. I'm aliens. I'm not conspiracy theory, but I feel like we're not alone. I don't know.
Well,
I also just like the alien movies. Maybe that's
the alien
what
movies
it
are amazing.
is. Maybe that's
but see, it's one thing to say there's life somewhere else in the universe. All right, sure, fine.
Yeah.
But they're not here with us.
Okay.
That's my position. So, all right, that's the first thing. So that's been amazing to watch. The second thing is a 46-year-old man has been arrested for starting the fire in American Fort Canyon that burned last week around Timpanogos. His name's Conrad Jared Larson, and apparently he has a history of lighting things on fire. And witnesses reported that a man matching that his description was found throwing sticks on a fire that was burning outside of a fire pit and ignited two nearby bushes approximately 10 feet high while he was throwing more fuel on the fire. So they think they really have this guy dead to rights. So, which is good.
Yeah, they don't find who starts these fires often. This is like a needle in a haystack, right?
It really is. And it was cool to see that story yesterday about the investigators who are working on the Eureka fire that evacuated Eureka twice in 1 week. and nearly wiped out the town. I mean, Eureka came very, very close to no longer being part of our lives, and which was just terrible. That amazing historical mining town, and but they say, investigators say they've subpoenaed some security footage, and they are on the case. So hopefully I would love to get an update on that. But anyway, this guy has an extensive history of starting fires in that area, which includes a 17-acre fire back in 2017, which he was charged and convicted for. So
he needs, maybe some help in that department.
So we can prohibit someone. So as part of the legal process and as part of a punishment, we can prohibit someone from voting. We can prohibit someone from being near someone else or being near a school or things like that. We can prohibit someone from owning a firearm. Can we prohibit someone? Is there a meaningful way to keep them away from matches?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
How would you be able to do that?
I don't know.
Well, and he didn't have matches in this case, right?
It was a lighter. It was a lighter.
Yeah.
That they found on him.
Right.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're just throwing sticks into another fire,
well, he started that fire. So
right.
witnesses didn't see him start the fire; they saw him feeding the fire. But
right. But they ended up finding out that he did. But
he admitted
I wonder how
to
you
it.
would do that.
He admitted to it because.
Yeah.
That's
interesting.
Know. Yeah, it's nuts. But I mean, I'm glad though. I think it must be so frustrating for fire investigators because I think that the number of times they can identify that it was human is pretty high, right? I think they can get to that pretty quick. But who it was, oh gosh, that's tough.
I didn't realize how many squirrels start fires every year until I started deep diving into the fires that were happening in Utah.
How on earth do squirrels light fires?
A lot. I don't remember. I'm going to look it up.
But how do they?
So some of them, they're chewing through electrical wire.
Oh.
Some of them, it's literally, if it's too hot and there's something going on and they're scratching certain things, that can start it. Yeah, I had no idea squirrels and fires were a thing.
At the hip?
Yeah.
That's wild. All right, our last thing for today. There's a new scam happening in Utah. Everyone needs to watch out for this. So this is what happens. It's over the phone. And they try and trick you into changing phone service, and then they mail you a bunch of equipment, and then they tell you, "Oh wait, you got the wrong equipment. Don't open the box. We'll send you a return label." And then you do that, and basically what you've done is you've bought a bunch of other expensive gifts that were shipped to you, and then you forward them on to the scammer. So it starts out as an order that you think is correct because it's coming to your house, and then you forward it because you trust the person, and it's extremely frustrating. To see yet another one of these scams that are just robbing us blind, and there seems to be no response at all.
Who comes up with this stuff? It's just everything that you could think of now is a scam, and I feel so bad when people fall into this because that is a thing that most of us use every day, right, is our cell phones.
Yeah.
And I know that my husband just changed services. He got a new phone, and I couldn't imagine this happening to him or my dad who's looking for a new phone. And, when you get into, a more mature audience of people, they really just want to trust somebody that's calling them, especially when it's something that you could save money on or you could upgrade.
Yeah.
They're taking advantage of a very specific part of the society.
So this stuff keeps me up at night sometimes. So my work outside of KSL is in the financial world. And we work with a lot of families who are retired over, and that's my work at Teton. And it is extremely difficult to make sure that people are prepared to face the scams that are out there. And especially for people who are elderly, and a lot of the technology is a little new. And sometimes it can move really fast. And this is the only thing that I think really works. Do not pick up any phone call from any number that you do not recognize. If it is not in your phone, then you do not pick it up. If you get a text message and you do not recognize the number, do not respond. And I know what you're thinking. Well, what if it's someone from the ward? Well, then they're going to talk to you on Sunday, right? I mean, do not, or they can leave you a message.
Yeah, they'll leave you a message,
right?
And you can call them back.
Do not respond to phone numbers that you do not recognize. Do not pick up the phone. And that is so critically important. Also, I'd also recommend you stay off social media. That is also a huge place where scammers make so much money. But the frustrating thing, Val, and this is what I just cannot get past, is that we have no response.
Yeah, nothing's being done about it.
No response. Well, don't, try and avoid the scams. Oh, so that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. We are getting robbed blind by these people, many of them from overseas. And guess how many times we brought up scams as we redid all these trade deals all around the world, trade deals with everybody. How many times did we bring up the scams? Not once. Not once did we say, hey, we'll give you a break if you can crack down on some of these scammers. Not once did we bring that up. I know someone who got scammed, reached out to the federal government's senior scam hotline.
Yeah.
Called them up, gave him all the information, and you know what he got in return? An email that said, if your scam was like this, call this law enforcement.
Passed off.
And then at the bottom it said, this is not a monitored email inbox. Do not respond. Do not reply.
Yeah,
and
they're
that
just
was
passing
it.
you off.
And then you know what happened is, you call law enforcement. What are they going to do? Well, I was scammed by someone. He said he was in Texas. Well, we can't help you.
Yeah, go to the FBI.
So you call Texas. Well, we don't know. I don't know. What do you want us to do?
Yeah.
You call the FBI. What do you want us to do?
They're going to send you right back to your locals. Like,
You're not going to get an FBI agent on you because you lost $10,000. Now, you're going to have financial hardship in your life because you lost $10,000. But it doesn't seem like anyone really cares. And it is so aggravating right now. It is so aggravating because the cumulative effect of these scams, it sounds small, a couple $1,000 here, a couple $1,000 there, but it is billions of dollars across the country. And not only that, but everywhere it goes, it leaves a family that is less secure in their financial position. They carry more anxiety. It hurts their quality of life. And that has a ripple effect. And the fact that, no one's talking about it. No one is talking about it. The best advice the state can give you is, well, do your best to avoid scams. Thanks.
Do you think that the cellular company should have something to do with it? I know on mine, there's you pay extra for like a scam filter. So on my phone, but my dad has the same one. And he'll come up to me at least once a week and say, somebody texts me that says, hey, how you doing? Let's go hang out next week. And he plays pool 3 times a week, and he doesn't remember everybody's names. And I'm like, Dad, if it's somebody that you know, exactly like you, they will see you Tuesday night.
Yep.
And they will say, hey, I text you or called you. I said, if you do not have the person's name saved in your phone, you do not respond. Automatically delete. And that's like, he's like, well, I have my spam thing on, and I said they're figuring out every way to get around these systems.
Doesn't matter. Spam filters won't catch them all because they can spoof numbers, they can steal numbers, and it's just a giant mess.
Frustrating.
And and no one cares. No one in leadership cares about the $2,500 that elderly woman lost.
Yeah.
Well, you can visit this website. You can file a police report, I guess. That's it.
Yeah.
And you're toast. And it's just. And the scammers rely on this. The scammers rely on the fact that our state leaders are not going to care enough to do anything about this.
Exactly.
No one's going to call law enforcement and insist. No one's going to say, and part of the problem is too, investigations cost money.
Exactly. So they're not going to put that money
no one wants to pay for it because guess what? If we're going to start handling fraud and scams, that means we're going to have to hire more investigators. That means we're going to have to hire more prosecutors, and they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. And it's because it costs money. And they'd have to come to you and say, hey, you know what? Sorry, we're going to have to raise your taxes by $10 a year. They can't even do that.
No, that is super frustrating. And,
it's
who do
frustrating.
we can't complain to anybody. We can complain right here, but we can't complain to anybody.
No, you bring it up and it's the same. Massive amounts of sympathy. No response and no real resolution, and no solutions. It's super frustrating. All right, we got to grab a break. We'll be back we'll be right back with more.
Hi, I'm Maria Shileas, host of the KSL News Daily podcast, where you'll get a deep dive on a story important to you and the 3 things you need to know each weekday morning. Follow the KSL News Daily today, wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, Utah, we are just smack dab in the middle of the hottest temperatures we've experienced all year long, and that's to be expected in July. What's not to be expected is your home having to keep that AC on all summer long. Advanced Window Products wants to help you with this. They know that you want to save money on your utilities, but they also know you want to be able to have the coolest home possible. Keep that cool in during the summer and keep that warm in during the winter the best way possible with Advanced Window Products. Advanced Windows makes the window here. They're the manufacturer, they're the factory, they're the installer. They're the ones who can actually make sure that that lifetime warranty will stick. They're giving you a great deal right now. Advanced Windows has been doing this for 40 years in the state of Utah. They want to be able to help you with your home. 801-850-9100. What does that get you? $2,500 off of 10 windows or more, but you have to call right now. That's 801-850-9100. Talk to the folks at Advanced Window Products and get the best window in the business made here. 801-850-9100, Advanced Window Products.
Every day on your way home, you pass it. That one lawn so thick and deep green, it belongs in the big leagues. It sets the bar for the entire street, making every other lawn look like it's still waiting for a wake-up call. Look for the sign of a winner. Big League Lawns. Now, it's your turn. Level the playing field and get the results your home deserves. Go home to a Big League Lawn.
Are mosquitoes still ruining your nights? The kids are finally outside, the string lights are glowing, and the swatting starts. Don't let mosquitoes steal your summer. Call Skeeter Eater, a Utah company built for backyards like yours. Our family-friendly treatments and smart mosquito traps keep the fun going long after sunset. Fewer bites, happier nights, and peace of mind that lasts all season. Book now and get $40 off your first treatment at SkeeterEater.com. Skeeter Eater. Stop the bites. Start the fun.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'd like to get more on the bright side of this show because I just got...
You went down a rabbit hole there.
Oh, my gosh. Well, the scams, they frustrate me to no end. And I came to Broadcast House today already in a good mood, as I mentioned before. I mean, in a bad mood.
I was going to say, what?
Already in a bad mood. And so I think I just needed to get upset at something.
And now you feel better?
No.
Oh, okay.
I never feel better.
Okay.
That's the problem with getting upset, is you actually don't feel better.
Just getting it out.
Which is a lesson you have to relearn every single time.
Well, let me try and turn this around for you. Okay. There's a TikTok mom. She's an influencer, Mackenzie Schreiner, and she is defending the name that she gave her daughter after she was flooded with a bunch of negative comments on TikTok. And I'm like, oh, negative comments on TikTok? Wow.
Did she name her daughter TikTok?
No, she named her daughter Love, which I don't think that's horrible. Would I name my kid Love? No. But I think you can name your kid mostly whatever you want.
Love is obviously a name that is going to correctly categorize your connection to that baby.
Yes.
It is a little awkward, though, because the word it's going to be awkward to have as a name.
Yeah, I feel like, kids are going to maybe tease her a little bit about that. But we in Utah, we like those weird names to name our kids. And it used to be if you told me your kid's name, I could probably tell you what city that you were in. And for a while, for like the past 10 years, we were getting names like Brexley, Jackson, Brentley, or names.
And the spelling mattered too. So it was very much spelling.
But now Utah Valley Pediatrics, they said they pulled a little poll and people are going back to traditional names like Olivia, Jack, Oliver, Emma, and what my new granddaughter's name is going to be, Evelyn.
Oh.
So Ruby is one that's high on the list, Millie, Lucy, And then with men or boys' names, Jack, Henry, Oliver, James, Brooks is on there, which I didn't know that was very popular, but they're kind of going back in time and getting away from these different names.
If your baby boy seems particularly special, I recommend the name Ethan. I always thought that was a really
you
good
think
name.
Ethan's
It
good?
worked okay for me.
Are you going to spell it with a 9 right in the middle?
No, I'm
Instead
not.
of an A?
Actually, it's funny you mention that because there are some names that you cannot have. Like there's some names that you probably shouldn't have.
Right.
There are some names, though, that the state will not register for you.
Oh, really?
So, and, overall, you really kind of have broad freedom to name your child what you want. But for the most part, if it contains numbers, emojis, symbols, or special characters that are not found on a standard English keyboard, you're probably going to be declined in your effort to register the name.
Who's putting an emoji in their kid's name?
Someone has tried it.
My gosh.
I think.
Well, I want to know if somebody put an emoji in their kid's name. Text us.
There are also names that cannot be used because of other reasons.
Yes.
For example,
I
pretty
think
much
I know what you're
nowhere
saying.
in the United States can you name a baby Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, I think anywhere in the world, I'm pretty sure.
Nowhere in the United States will you get away with naming your baby Jesus Christ. Nowhere would they let you name it Santa Claus or King or Queen. So there
But
are
Prince
a number
is
of
okay.
things. Apparently Prince is, I guess Prince is probably okay.
Michael Jackson has Prince and Blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Blanket, there's an example of you really have a broad, kind of broad permission to name your child how you want. But there are a couple of lines that we draw in the sand.
People thought my name was a little exotic when I was growing up, and I think I only knew maybe one other person growing up with the name Valerie. And you can spell that like 3 different ways.
Yeah. My sister has a name that you could spell innumerable ways. Megan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lots of ways to spell
You could put
that.
a 3 in that name.
Yeah, you really could. And we always insisted that the way my sister spelled it is the correct way.
Okay.
We always insisted that was the correct way to spell it. But, of course, everyone's going to say that, right?
Right, I think so.
So this woman that named her daughter Love, Mackenzie Schreiner.
Yes.
She might be disappointed to know that she's actually just part of another social media trend because other notable influencers have used that name, not as a first name, but one influencer named Maddie Rose Hallman named her daughter Vienna Love. Another woman named her daughter True Love with no E on True, T-R-U.
Okay.
Like True Fru.
Yeah.
Right,
There's a
the
Kardashian with a daughter named True.
Really? Just T-R-U?
I don't know how they spell it, but you've got True in there.
And then one named her daughter Alexa Love.
So she's not the only one. This is not her being outside of the scope of
within
exotic.
the social media influencer world, she's not necessarily standing out maybe as much as she thinks she is.
What was the actress that named her kid Apple?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, Apple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's someone says Love is a super common name in Russia and Eastern Europe.
Okay.
Another person says, I knew a kid named Lucifer. What were the parents thinking?
Oh, no. They knew right off the bat.
And Heidi texted in. She said Heidi, her name, is old-fashioned. It is, and gets spelled crazy wonky. Heidi's also one of my favorite books that I read in elementary school. I loved that book. All right, we got news, traffic, and weather coming up right now. Then we'll be back.
It is 1:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this half hour. Agriculture officials will host a community meeting tonight for farmers and ranchers who've been hit hard by Utah's recent wildfires. KSL News Radio's Heather Peterson has the details.
Wildfires have burned up more than 370,000 acres in Utah. Ranchers who lost their lands to the fires are now struggling with questions like, where are my cattle going to go and how am I going to feed them? Tom Tippett with the Utah Department of Agriculture's Grazing Improvement Program says they'll help reseed these burned ranch lands, but it could be years before livestock can graze there again.
When you plant new seeds, you want to be able to stay off those areas with grazing for 2 growing seasons in some cases. That's probably what the Forest Service is going to require. And so even though the fire will be out next year, there may not be places for them to go.
At tonight's meeting in Monticello, Tibbet says they'll talk about possible options like letting livestock graze on state or federal lands or cost assistance for fences and virtual collars. They're also hoping to get more of an idea of how many ranches have been affected. Heather Peterson, KSL News Radio.
Our top national story this hour from ABC News. President Trump's longtime teleprompter operator is currently in talks to reach a settlement with federal regulators after they say he made more than $100,000 betting on the president's speeches on a prediction market.
The way that he did this is he bet on Kalshi, the prediction market website, and you can go into what's called the mentions, if you will. So if you were to bet on it, you go to mentions, and then it would say, what is Trump going to mention in his State of the Union speech? It will list a number of words, and you could bet yes or no. Well, the person who knows that better than anybody is the person who is operating the teleprompter.
That's ABC's Catherine Falders reporting. And your money at this moment, market's still in the red. The Dow is currently down 250 points, almost 0.5%, now down to 52,408. The S&P is down 61. The NASDAQ continues to fall even more, now down 452 points, more than 1.7%. Coming up, got a chance of rain pretty much every day for the next week. Let's take a full look at the forecast next. KSL News Time, 1:32.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Aloha.
How do I look?
Why are you wearing a Hawaiian shirt, flip-flops, and carrying a pineapple?
Because I feel like I'm on vacation.
You know you don't have to dress like you're on vacation to feel like you're on vacation.
Oh, I don't?
Nope, just move into an Ovation home. At Ovation Homes, every day feels more like a getaway. No mowing, no raking, no spending your weekends fixing that thing that broke again. Instead, enjoy low-maintenance living with more time to travel, relax, pursue hobbies, or simply do more of what you love.
Seriously.
At Ovation, it's not just a word, it's an expression you'll feel toward your home. Visit Ovation Homes at Savoya Farms in West Layton, just off Gentile, and discover beautiful award-winning home designs, resort-style amenities, and a lifestyle built around freedom and convenience. Because your home should fit your life, not the other way around. Visit OvationHomesUtah.com for details. OvationHomesUtah.com.
Buying a home can feel overwhelming, especially when your real estate agent recommends a lender you've never heard of. That's okay, but this is your mortgage. Before you lock anything in, get a second opinion. Loans by Rick has closed over 1,000 loans, often finding lower rates and closing costs. A quick second look could save you money. Call 801-809-SAVE. That's 801-809-SAVE. Or go to loansbyrick.com. Rick Urchenbaum, NMLS 241179, and Vintage Lending, NMLS 287106, Equal Opportunity Lenders. Buying a home? Before you choose your realtor's preferred lender, a bank, or a credit union, get a second opinion from Loans by Rick. With over 25 years of mortgage lending experience and access to more than 80 wholesale lenders, we can shop multiple loan programs to help find the financing that best fits your needs. Experience and finding ways to save you money? That's what we do. Call Loans by Rick today at 801-809-7283. That's 801-809-7283. Rick Urchenbaum, NMLS 241179, and Vintage Lending, NMLS 287106, Equal Opportunity Lenders. And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct. To the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at UCCU.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
Looks like most of our crash on the southbound Mountain View corridor has cleared off the road. They might still be blocking that left turn lane going southbound from Mountain View corridor to 5400 south, still a little delayed there. And northbound Mountain View Quarter, actually more delays approaching 4100 south. I-15 running without any slowdowns between Ogden and Provo, but we do have this semi-truck in the right shoulder on southbound I-215 near 4700 south. Again, in the shoulder, so not causing any slowdowns. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
We got a chance to see rain pretty much every day for the next week, at least in the foreseeable forecast. Lowest chance today with just a 30% chance of seeing a storm this evening after we top out at a high of 98 degrees today in Salt Lake. 97 the high tomorrow with a 50% chance of seeing an afternoon or evening storm. 96 the high on Saturday. Right now it is 91 degrees and mostly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Out-of-staters like to talk about us, but I think they want to move here.
And Alex Curie.
Ethan, they hate us because they ain't us.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller. I got Val Cameron here with me, who's filling in for Alex Curie. So
I'm glad he's on vacation and getting some time.
Well, I'm glad you're here for this part, because this next subject is right up your alley. And that is that we're seeing a big rebound in movie theater attendance. In fact, already we're seeing movie theater attendance reach levels that we hadn't seen since 2019, since before the pandemic. So finally, that movie theater rebound. And it seems, Val, to be driven by kind of the Gen Z preference for getting out of the house.
Yeah, I
They've
like
got
that.
this interesting preference for, they're just kind of in a lot of interesting ways. They're kind of walking away from the traditional digital stuff. And, for example, going back to the movie theater.
Which is a great trend because,
Yeah.
I'm old and I like going to the movie theater. So I love it that we're seeing that younger audience in there. And this is a good year for it because once we had the pandemic, we had a lot of movies that got pushed back, right? We thought they were going to come out at a certain year, but everything kind of got delayed. And this year we're getting a ton of movies that could have been put out a couple of years ago, and they're huge blockbusters. I mean, we saw huge numbers with Toy Story 5, a fantastic movie. We have The Odyssey coming up this weekend, which is a huge epic film where the CEO of IMAX was literally getting phone calls and texts from people trying to get tickets to this film.
Wow.
And he said people that he hasn't heard from in a really long time, new friends that he's meeting, and I'm like, are they your friends? Because they're kind of bummed tickets off you. But, we also have the Michael Jackson movie was in theaters forever. I think it's still in theaters for a few places right now. But I think The Odyssey is going to bring in record-breaking numbers. Later on, in a couple weeks, we have Spider-Man. Then we have Dune. We have Doomsday. We have all of these.
When is the next Dune?
Dune and Doomsday are both coming out on the same day in December.
I have loved these Dune movies.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, you and Andy can talk because it's one of his favorite franchises. And but again, movies that you should be seeing in a theater.
Yeah.
And right now, I hope that you stay the trend, because what happened is filmmakers really got used to making good movies to go to streaming, to go straight to Netflix, to go to Amazon, because that's what they had to do. And now they know they can make money doing it. So I'm hoping that we have a little bit of both, right? Because some movies don't need to go to theaters, and some movies you've got to see in a theater.
Yeah, the bigger the movie, the bigger the screen, obviously. Yeah. I saw Disclosure Day earlier this week. I could have seen that at home, though.
Probably. Yeah,
I
think so.
I was like, and we were on the second row.
Oh, no, that's not good at all.
There was a lot of this. It was a lot of the tennis match.
Motion sickness.
Ping pong. And it was kind
I wouldn't ever recommend that.
In movie theaters, I'm usually a back row guy.
Are you?
Yeah, back
row.
row.
To see the whole thing?
Back row on the side.
Oh, you're a side. Okay.
Because I want to be at the aisle. I don't like being in the middle.
Some people like to be on the side so that they get a different perspective, a different view, but you just want to be able to get out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm usually reliable for one bathroom visit per movie. Because I like to get, this is how we do it.
Okay.
So when we go see a movie, we do popcorn for dinner.
Okay, that's dinner. Okay.
Right? Big popcorn, big drink. And I love at the Coke Freestyle machine, I do the Mellow Yellow Zero peach flavored.
That's fancy.
That is the official drink of Ethan at the movies. But you know what? I mean, if you're going to do the large peach mellow yellow zero, you're going to be making one
Going
bathroom
through
trip.
you, yeah.
But I've gotten really good, though. I've gotten really good at timing the bathroom trips because about somewhere between one half through the movie or 2/3 of the way through the movie, you can feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel like I can take 3 minutes here.
This is, yes.
Run out and get back in. And I've gotten really, really good at that. There's always a lull.
Some
kinda
people don't
right
know.
there.
So I love that you have that science because some people will give me a little elbow like, do you think that this is a good time for me to leave? And I'm like, not wait 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
And then I think you're good to go.
You can feel it. The whole movie kind of flattens out.
Yeah.
And you can go, all right, I can take 3 minutes, run out, come back in, and I nail it every time. And you can know when you sit back down, you know if
what
the
you
plot's
missed.
been
Yeah.
advanced at all.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can tell.
I'm going to tell you about the Odyssey tomorrow, but I do want to tell you if you're going to go see it and get your tickets, it is over 2.5 hours. So it's
geez.
not 3. There's just a little over
this is
2.5.
So this is either a skip the drink or a 2-bathroom break.
I mean, it's up to you. I have my drink and I don't have a problem. So I think it's maybe the mellow yellow. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe I need to
don't
eat
know.
more popcorn to sop it up.
Maybe that's what it is. So I
Maybe.
usually get the pretzels. So maybe that's.
I know the Odyssey was doing a 35 millimeter release nationwide, and that was going to be at the Broadway theaters. Do you know if that's sold out?
I know that they were selling out all over the United States. Let's check the Broadway and see if you can still see it. I also know. I saw it in IMAX, and I'm going to tell you, it was really fantastic in IMAX, and it was shot for IMAX. So I think I kind of like to see it how it's shot.
Okay.
But
so
bringing it up because mine's going.
Okay,
super
so the
slow.
Odyssey in 35 millimeter. There's a 4 p.m. show today.
Today.
And it looks like. I mean, so it's got the button
that you can pick a seat.
It looks like you can pick a seat. Yeah, it looks like they've got seats today at 4, today at 8, and then they've got some tomorrow. So
if you can experience that, go do it. I recommend it. I'm not going to tell you my grade of the movie, but if you can experience that, you should.
Would you? Let's say though you had to pick between 35 millimeter or IMAX.
I'm going to choose IMAX because I know that's how he shot it. At least for one of my screenings. If you think you can see a screening again, like I could watch this movie again, I'm going to go see it. In that, if you are a huge film buff and you know the difference between, because some people don't know the difference, and I'm not insulting anyone, but like it is a difference that not a lot of people can pick out.
Yeah.
Then yeah, go nerd out and go see it. But because I know this was shot on an IMAX camera, specifically shot in that way, of course I want to see it that way. But I will be seeing this movie again. So.
Yeah. So we'll go see it in 35 millimeter.
Yeah, I think that's maybe what I'm doing later today.
You will have spent 5 hours watching this movie.
I mean, I've done worse things in 5 hours. I've watched worse movies in 5 hours. It means I wouldn't have to clean my house.
It's just a long time to spend on one movie. Did you ever read The Odyssey?
Yeah, I did. I had to in school.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I did too. Long time ago.
Yeah.
But I remember, I was watching the trailer and I remember, oh yeah, it's those guys. Oh yeah, it's those guys.
Well, and there's so many iterations of the story that are out there between TV shows and movies and stuff like that. I'm sure even if you haven't read the story, you've seen a version of the Trojan War. You've seen of those things. So, yeah.
I would like to point out also, because I know there have been a lot of armchair critics for this movie, especially the casting.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to see a classic European story told with non-white people.
Yeah.
And two things. Number one, it's actually pretty far east.
It's a little more Mediterranean than it
is. It's not as Nordic as you might be imagining. And then number two, it's work of fiction. So
yeah,
just,
it's not real.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, not real. Do whatever you want.
Yep.
But
anyway, all right. And I got a text here. It says, TMI, Ethan. Love the show, by the way. So someone felt like I'd gone too far with my bathroom strategy.
I felt like you were being scientific. That's what I thought.
Well, I just want to be practical because I don't want to get to the point where the movie's ending and I'm in pain.
But you gave some good advice, I feel. Sit on the side row.
Sit on the aisle.
Yeah.
You don't disrupt anybody.
Yeah.
You shoot straight down the stairs. As soon as you feel that movie flatten out, somewhere between halfway to 2/3 of the way down the road, you feel it flatten, and then you bounce.
Love it.
And then you're back and you nail it. So, all right, we got to grab a quick break. When we come back, the future of eyewear is getting user in trouble. That's right. You know, people are starting to get arrested, falling on the wrong side of the law with their smart glasses. We'll tell you how when we come back.
It's amazing how much can change for the better in just 4 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. What if everything felt different 4 weeks from now? Well, that's what happens when you start your Soda diet and nutrition plan with a nutritionist from Soda. In 4 weeks, you could lose up to 25 pounds and never get it back because they'll teach you what to do and how to keep it off.
And here's one even better, Andy. What if those 4 weeks were free?
Oh, my. Now you're talking.
If you call 866-800-SODA, S-O-T-A, or just go online to sodadietandnutrition.com, mention KSL, you can get 4 weeks for free.
You'll work one-on-one with a degreed nutritionist who'll guide you every step of the way. You'll learn what works for your body. And here's the best part. No injections, no pills, no ongoing prescription cost.
Because at Soda, they believe that weight loss should be temporary, but results should be permanent, and they are.
So call 866-800-SODA to talk with a degreed nutritionist or go to SOTA, S-O-T-A, dietandnutrition.com because, Amanda, Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Hey there, it's Julie from Logan. Head up north where the air is clear for a refreshingly unexpected getaway. Start your day by singing yodelay-hoo at the top of your lungs on a canyon trail with views that go on for miles. Here's a secret. The National Forest is only 10 minutes from your hotel. What? I know. Next, rent horses or a side-by-side at Beaver Creek Lodge up Logan Canyon to spy colorful wildflowers and birds and stunningly beautiful scenery. After your day of adventure, wander downtown to check out our local shops selling everything from antiques to giant jigsaw puzzles to vintage clothing and goat's milk soap. Watch them hand-dip chocolates at Bluebird Candy, eat sourdough pizza, or drop into the family-friendly Prodigy Brew Pub where their deep-fried pickle spears are divine. I didn't even mention live theater performance like the Lyrics Laugh Out Loud Forever Plaid, or free concerts every weekday at noon in the Tabernacle, or community festivals, or, see what I'm saying? We are refreshingly Logan. Visit explorelogan.com, explorelogan.com.
KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
Kitchen and bath transformations start with AMC Building Materials. AMC Building Materials is a large kitchen cabinet and countertop supplier serving both wholesale and retail customers. AMC offers factory direct pricing on all interior remodeling materials, giving you exceptional value without sacrificing quality. Most standard items are available for quick payment and pickup right away. AMC Building Materials provides professional service, free design, and free on-site measurements, along with expert installation by top AMC professionals. From bold kitchen designs to beautiful functional bathrooms, AMC delivers outstanding value with styles you'll love. And best of all, most projects can be completed within just 10 days. Come experience beauty you can see, quality you can feel, and service you can trust. Get directions to the new AMC Building Materials showroom at 3678 South 700 West today and schedule your free estimate. Visit amckitchenslc.org. That's amckitchenslc.org.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging.
Let me check that for you.
To help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. and free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Any Hour Services can help unclog any drain in your house, whether you have a backup, a clog, or a slow drain you want fixed. Call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. I'm Ethan Millard. No Alex today. I've got Val Cameron, who's doing a great job. It's so fun, especially talking about movies and things like that.
Thank you.
Let's talk, though, about something else. Now, this is involves technology. It involves visual technologies. But it's not movies. It is smart glasses that have the cameras in them, have the little bone speakers in the earpieces. So here's the deal: the technology is cool.
Right.
It is cool technology.
It is super cool.
But it's leading some people down a dark path. So at least 3 people in Korea are being prosecuted for using smart glasses to cheat on spring exams.
Oh, super!
In colleges.
Super surprised about that.
So that that has been something that has been happening kind of around the world. People being picked up, and obviously going to get kicked out of school for that. Similarly, organized retail fraud. This is big for organized retail fraud because they can use smart glasses and AI tools to covertly record employee credentials and logins. You know, someone might do a password in front of you and just assume that you couldn't read it, but they recorded your fingers on the keyboard and they can get in that way. And then also they've had a problem with covert filming, which is creeps, filming others on using their smartphone glasses in public. And this actually makes me think of a story that you can find on KSL.com just today, but a dude has been arrested here in Utah for lewdness, and he was following girls around a pool. A public pool. And it's a slightly more complicated than that.
Right.
But that's one of the things that was a red flag to people who were watching.
Right.
And so you can only imagine how much mileage, a pervert could get out of smart glasses.
They're just going to be abused. This cool technology, when you put humans in it, we're going to misuse it every time.
And I want to point this out. So in Korea, they're prosecuting these 3 people for cheating on exams. And so I looked and I saw, well, have we banned these here in the United States? And there's not been any kind of like federal top-down rules about it. But the College Board, which administers the SAT, they have banned smart glasses in their testing centers. And I bet there are a lot of testing centers around because there are many professions that require some kind of certificate, some kind of test, some of them simple, some of them complex.
Right.
I had to do 2 in the work I do in finance. I had to do 2.
Oh, okay.
And in a testing center like I was back in college, and almost certainly those have all banned smart glasses. I mean, I have to imagine. So if your only prescription pair is a smart glass,
you're in trouble, man.
You might want to think about it.
Yeah.
You might want to think about it. Now, for now, those smart glasses that are, most readily available by the major companies, they have little indicators that show when you're filming, like the little light that comes on that says you're filming. But
not all of them.
Well, and there are workarounds and hacks.
Yeah.
And then, of course, if Meta can create a smart pair of glasses out of a pair of Ray-Bans, you have to know that someone else can too.
Yeah.
And that can be made available or built.
I'm literally think on the internet somewhere you'll have the exact skills on how to make this. You can look up how to make them.
How to make it, or how to buy them and then completely disable all of the safety features and all the privacy features and things like that. So
it sucks because I have a friend that's a huge nerd. Huge tech nerd, and he was showing his off to me a couple weeks ago, and he's like, look what it can do. And he was kind of like you when we were talking before the show, is like, when you go on vacation you can do this. When I'm looking at my computer it will tell me, how to bypass this and that and the other. And, he uses it for all the techie things.
I love the idea of augmented reality.
Yeah.
I love that idea. The problem is the camera.
Yeah.
The problem is the camera.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure
how to get around
what the workaround is. If I could get a pair of glasses that provided augmented reality, so I could have information displayed that was relevant to what was happening, particularly helpful when you forget someone's name, right? Hey, this is Val Cameron.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Hey, Val, you never forget a person's name again. And if I would be more likely to get that if there was not an obvious camera on, if there was some other way that they could, I don't know, pick up the visual information that they needed without having it also be a recording device. That's the problem, having it be a recording device. I'd be more likely to use it.
Well, yesterday you were looking something up on AI, trying to figure out something about our Neil the seal, and you could not get that information. So why can't we put something like that in glasses where there are certain things that's like, sorry, like they turn off the camera, they turn off, if you're doing something specific, it's like, sorry, I can't do that, and it just shuts the camera down.
I'm not going to record those children.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. Yeah. I mean, there are probably a lot of different things that you could introduce. Would you ever feel comfortable wearing a pair of smart glasses that had a camera in the frame?
No, I would fall over if it started putting things in my vision. I am clumsy. If something came up and it like caused me not to be able to see 100% out of a lens, I'm pretty sure I would hurt others and myself, but not on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to do it.
A lot of reporters are using these glasses, which makes sense. You don't have to take a camera
with you.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. You can record things. You can kind of capture things. It makes sense if you need to. So we use, we focus at my other job at Teton. We focus a lot on note-taking, documentation, and things like that. So glasses like this would be super, super helpful when you just need to kind of have everything documented, because everything can be recorded and transcribed, right? And AI can organize it for you. So I get that.
It'd be great at a wedding. Like if you needed to video everything.
Yeah, that's true, huh?
You don't have all that clunky stuff with you?
You wouldn't need, you could be, what you could do is you could just, instead of hiring a wedding videographer, you could just have everyone wear those glasses the whole night. And then have AI cut it together into a movie.
That's the best. I want to see somebody do that, actually.
That would work.
I want to see it. And everybody has the same glasses on. Take a picture of your whole wedding party. Oh, that's fun.
I think it'd work. Will you drop us a text, 57500? Do you wear smart glasses like this, or have you thought about getting them? And just how do you get around the idea of having a camera on your face? Are people weirded out by the fact that you might be recording them? Because honestly, that weirds me out.
Yeah, same.
There was when Google Glass came out, there was a dude here in this building that was wearing them around the building, and I remember thinking, "You get out of here!
Yeah,
you get right out of here with those with those spy glasses. I'm not interested."
Ugh.
Now they're becoming
everywhere.
so much more popular. So, drop us that text 57500. What do you think? Do you have those glasses, and how is it? Is it awkward having a camera on your face, and do people get suspicious? I'd love to hear from you. 57500. When we get back, we've got plenty more to go on KSL Brightside.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this hour. Expect to run into some serious slowdowns this weekend on I-80 near Lake Point. Details come from KSL News Radio's Cameron Elliott.
If you're headed eastbound on I-80 from Tooele County in the evening, you're going to run into trouble because the freeway will be down to a single lane between SR 36 and SR 201. It won't get much better as you continue east from there.
We are going to have single lane closure both directions near the Mount Air exit. So that's going to start Saturday, and it'll go from 7 to 11.
This is going to be combined with continuing lane restrictions caused by a paving project that will be in place until October of this year. Cameron Elliott, KSL News Radio.
There will also be various street closures in Mapleton this weekend to celebrate Pioneer Day a little early. Some of the festivities include the bike rally, family street dance, 5K fun run, parade, and a firework finale. Today, 1200 North will be closed from 1000 East to 1400 East, and 1150 East will be closed at 1200 North. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. President Donald Trump is preparing to deliver a primetime address tonight where he's expected to talk about the 2020 election. During her first briefing back from maternity leave, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt urged all Americans, regardless of party, to tune in.
I think all Republicans and Democrats should recognize this should be a nonpartisan issue. If we don't have safe and secure elections in our country, we cannot have a country. It is a vital part of our democracy, of our constitutional republic. The president will be speaking about that tonight.
The Trump administration claims the president will outline information received from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. And your money at this moment, markets are still in the red. The Dow's currently down 105 points. The S&P is down 38, and the NASDAQ is down 387. Coming up, more hot temperatures, but finally seeing a lot more rain in the forecast. We'll take a look at that next. KSL News Time, 2:02.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, big boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap. Just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies. Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline, we warehouse for you.
It's amazing how much can change for the better in just 4 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. What if everything felt different 4 weeks from now? Well, that's what happens when you start your soda diet and nutrition plan with a nutritionist from Soda. In 4 weeks, you could lose up to 25 pounds and never get it back because they'll teach you what to do and how to keep it off.
And here's one even better, Andy. What if those 4 weeks were free?
Oh, my. Now you're talking.
If you call 866-800-SODA, SOTA, or just go online to sodadietandnutrition.com, mention KSL, you can get 4 weeks for free.
You'll work one-on-one with a degreed nutritionist who'll guide you every step of the way. You'll learn what works for your body. And here's the best part. No injections, no pills, no ongoing prescription cost.
Because at Soda, they believe that weight loss should be temporary, but results should be permanent, and they are.
So call 866-800-SODA to talk with a degreed nutritionist or go to SOTA, S-O-T-A, dietandnutrition.com because, Amanda, Soda is, say it with me,
state of the art.
The Salt Lake Chamber is Utah's voice for business. Okay, that sounds great, but what does it really mean? Well, as Utah's largest and longest-standing business association, they support and champion community prosperity throughout the state. And if you're in business, well, that's a very good thing for you. Be sure to listen to the Chamber's Speaking on Business, weekdays at 7:20, 11:55, and 5:20 p.m. on KSL News Radio.
Picture this. You pull into your driveway, and for the first time in a long time, you will love what you see. Beautiful new siding, bright, energy-efficient windows, gutters that protect your home year-round, and a deck that makes the backyard feel brand new. Not someday, not after one more year. With RGS Exteriors, the home you've been wanting can start today.
Hi, Tim Brown here, RGS Exteriors. My family has been building and improving homes in Utah for 5 generations, and taking care of homeowners is something we take very serious. With over 1,300 5-star Google reviews, 21 Best of State awards, and our 10-year workmanship warranty, homeowners know they can trust RGS. Over 200,000 families across Utah have trusted RGS Exteriors with their home, and so can you. Schedule your free estimate today at 801-280-3110, 801-280-3110.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Cormac Bone.
Got some slowdowns on I-15. First, southbound, right after 90th South, reaching down toward 114th South. It's a little delayed there. And northbound I-15, even lighter slowdowns right at the South interchange. And then we've got a couple of crashes on I-15 as well. First is northbound at 4500 South. They're in between main flow and the off-ramp at 400 South on northbound I-15. And then getting out of Salt Lake County, northbound I-15 at 600 North, a crash there as well. Also in the right shoulder, so no slowdowns behind them. No matter the weather, your feet can feel fantastic. Find the Good Feet location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
We're expected to top out at 98 degrees today and see mostly cloudy skies throughout the day and about a 30% chance of seeing a storm between now and the end of the night. I have 97 tomorrow, 50% chance of a PM storm, 96 the high on Saturday. Right now, it is 92 degrees and mostly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Alex, you don't care about gas prices. You've got an electric vehicle.
And Alex Curie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Here comes my moral superiority rolling down I-15.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. It's KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard. I've got Val Cameron here with me. Alex is away today. And Val, you ready to jump right back into it?
I am.
Because we're going to talk a little more about Gen Z. And Gen Z, I made the comment yesterday that Gen Z is I need to put my hand on the hot stove generation, yes. Right? They're just insisting on relearning some old tried and true things. Annoyingly, right? Weird, annoying things. But
however,
one thing I think they're getting right is they're showing a high level of interest in face-to-face social connection and in-person activities. We mentioned earlier in this show that has led to a resurgence in activity in movie theaters. Movie theaters are starting to kind of become a thing again, and there's some profitability there that was,
scarce for a little while.
Yeah. And apparently this is also affecting the wonderful world of chess. Apparently, chess has exploded in popularity among Gen Z. There are influencers on social media that are super, super popular. They've gamified and memed chess on the different platforms. There are some chess apps that are very, very popular. But more than ever, people are showing up to chess activities.
I love this so
Group
much.
chess games, in-person chess games where people can come and they can play in person, in real life. IRL, as they say. And
I'm so proud of you.
This is one thing, thanks. This is one thing that I think Gen Z, I think it's silly that, they go through the whole thing about, whether or not the world is round or flat. Just absurd things. But this, I think they're getting right. I think we've swung too far into the digital space.
And I mean, there are some chess games, like you said. My husband is a little bit addicted to this chess game that's all over social media right now. However, he does play a live chess game with my dad where we have our chessboard on our countertop at home. And they're kind of our home at different times of the day, and they'll make a move, and then they'll leave and go do their thing, and the next person will get home, and they'll make a move. So it's kind of a chess game that takes a while. But he also goes out, and he's a super nerd. He plays Magic the Gathering in person, and I have to tell you, those places are always full of people, and I have to say it's mainly Gen Z that are out there playing.
Yeah, they want to get out of the house. They're not interested in being at home. They want to get out there. They're still on social media. They're still doing the digital things, but they are prioritizing in real life opportunities and activities in a way that, we haven't seen in a while. Everyone's just gone completely digital and completely homebound.
And hopefully they're pushing more people out to do that.
I would love that. Do you get into chess? Are you any good at all?
I like playing chess if somebody's like, hey, you want to play? I wouldn't say that I'm like phenomenal, but I understand the rules and I'll play with you, but I'm probably going to lose if you're like, my dad could probably beat me every time I play my dad, but.
I have a chess story I want to tell you.
Okay.
So this is when I was a student overseas. And there was a sandwich shop that I'd roll through pretty frequently because I kind of had a crush on a girl that worked there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in this area, a lot of the businesses were owned by families from the Middle East. Okay, they'd have things, they'd operate little businesses, neighborhood business, things like that. And I went in there, and the owner of the shop was a Middle Eastern guy, and he was always playing chess. And after a little while, he kind of noticed, and he said, "Hey, come over here." And he knows how often I came in to chat up his, this girl that worked for him. And one day he waved me over, and he said, "Hey, sit me down." Or he said, "Sit down and, let's play some chess." So I sat down. There were a couple other guys, that were,
Was he trying to chess hustle
part
you?
of his crew. It wasn't a hustle, but I sat down. I said, "Okay, I'm not very good." He said, "Okay, these guys play all day, every day, right? This is the thing." And, a little back table in this little place.
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay, I don't play very well." He said, "No problem." And I beat him in like 7 moves.
Wow.
Like I stumbled into this, and
Do you
I
think
just
he let you win?
I just smoked him.
Wow. Okay.
And
okay.
And he was shocked. He was shocked, and I was shocked.
Everybody was shocked.
And the other guys were like, "No, he got you. He really got you." And he said, "All right, let's play again." Right. And I said, "Okay, yeah, we can play again." Reset everything. And then he smoked me. Like, I have no idea, I don't know why I won. I don't know how I lost.
Not questioning
but
it,
he just
take it.
steamrolled me. And then he got so mad because he thought I was messing with him.
Oh.
He thought I was messing with him.
So
Because
he's like, let's play again.
Because I'd stomped him so hard that first game. He thought I was just screwing around with him.
Oh, man.
And he got so dang mad. Anyway, that's my chess story.
That's a fun story, though. That's fun.
Well, and you know what? The lesson is this. If you win and you're not sure how you won, you get up and leave.
Just be like, yep, and then leave.
Yep, get up and leave. Say, "Oh, man, I got to go. Sorry, I got to go." "We'll do this again." "Yeah, another day, sure."
See you later. I love it.
And then just disappear.
Get out and play chess. You could have a fun story like this. You never know.
Yeah,
memories,
you never
memories.
know. I mean, this was, gosh, how long ago was this? 30 years ago.
What a fun memory, though.
Not 30 years, 25 years ago.
Okay. It was a fun memory.
It is a fun memory. Yeah, that was a fun time of life. But when I was suddenly an international chess master for one day, for one game in the back of that little sandwich shop.
I love that his friends are like, "Yeah, he got you. He got
you."
you good." And I'm sure they told that story for a little while, for a couple weeks after that. This guy just came in. We didn't know him, and he smoked him.
I think he's a spy.
Love it.
Who knows? Well, so congratulations to Gen Z.
Yeah, good job. Get out and do things.
Every generation has that thing that they're good at, that they are into, and I think that Gen Z pivot into real life things.
Just don't touch the fire.
I'm all about it. I kind of wish, there's a thing that's happening, and this happened. So I'm Gen X, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing this annoying thing where we have kind of withdrawn a little bit, a lot.
Yeah.
In fact, so many Gen X men are like me. I don't have any friends. I don't have any social life. And it's our own darn fault. I don't know why we can't just look at these young kids and say, "Hey,
because home
why
is so
not?
fun and comfortable."
Someone texted in, but did you get the girl?
Oh, I want to know that too.
I did not.
Nah. But were the sandwiches good?
You know what? I never bought the sandwiches. I didn't have any money. Like I wasn't out buying sandwiches. I was like eating pasta in my apartment.
Oh my goodness.
I had pasta, and they had this seasonal thing. It was called Deli Cat. And I'd make up some pasta, throw some butter in there, sprinkle some of the seasoning on it, and that was dinner every night.
So you literally went into this place, chatted up, didn't buy anything.
I never bought a thing in that place.
He was gonna show you a lesson. He was gonna sit down and be like, "Okay, now get out of here." But then you shut him up, man.
If you can beat me, you can keep coming in here. Otherwise you got to buy sandwiches. Yeah, no, I didn't get the girl. I got another girl.
Oh,
I got a better girl in the end, and an American girl to boot.
And you got your fun family.
I did. All right, we got to grab a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about babies switched at birth. Have you ever thought about what that might be like? We're going to tell you an interesting story when we come back.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, and I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
Utah homeowners, listen up. If your roof is over 15 years old and you've had recent storm damage, now's the time to act. Hey, it's Josh with IWC Roofing, and we've built our reputation on quality, integrity, and taking care of homeowners the right way from start to finish. IWC Roofing, Utah's highest rated roofing company, is now offering $2,500 off your new roof replacement, plus a free upgrade package to maximize your home's protection and value. But that's not all. We're giving away a free roof. Yep, you heard me. One homeowner will receive a brand new roof free. The winner to be announced August 1st. And here's where it gets even better. When you call and mention this radio ad, you'll receive double entries to win. Appointments are filling up fast, and this offer won't last. Call now for your free inspection and estimate. 801-232-5690. That's 801-232-5690. Save $2,500, get upgraded, and you could win a brand new roof. Call IWC Roofing today, 801-232-5690. Restrictions apply. No purchase necessary. See IWCRoofingUtah.com for details and rules.
Join me on the trip of a lifetime, an 8-day enchanting Rhine River cruise, August 7th through the 14th, 2027, so a year from August, aboard the elegant Amafiora, sailing from Basel, Switzerland to Amsterdam. We will cruise through the heart of Europe, past medieval castles, vineyard-covered hillsides, and storybook villages in France, Germany, and the Netherlands. And Morris Columbus Travel planned every single detail, so we just show up and enjoy ourselves. We're talking gourmet dining, licensed local guides at every port, a Morris Columbus tour manager right there on board, and exclusive pricing with savings of thousands off brochure rates. They've reserved just 50 cabins for our group, and I will be there for Q&A sessions and just to spend time together. This is a bucket list journey for me, and I hope you'll join me. Book in one click at morriscolumbus.com/KSL or call a Morris Columbus advisor at 800-999-4646. Optional pre-cruise Switzerland and post-cruise Amsterdam tours available too. Come see Europe with me. I can't wait.
Morris Columbus.
It is July, and it is getting hot. For years, I've always called July the patriotic month. Not only do we have national celebrations, but we have the state celebration as well, and it's time to get the perfect steak going on the grill, but not your grill. The grill that is waiting for you at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. I know we like to think that we're pretty good, as a backyard barbecuer, and some no, but Ruth's Chris will always present the perfect steak in a wonderful environment where it's air conditioned. They do all the work. You don't have to worry about anything other than sitting back with friends, neighbors, and family and enjoying the best meal you have ever had. 275 Southwest Temple. That's Ruth's Chris right here in the heart of downtown Salt Lake City. If you're heading up into the mountains, Hotel Park City. It's the perfect meal for July waiting for you at Ruth's Chris.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right. Welcome back. It's KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Val Cameron, the world famous Val Cameron. Now, if you want to know something about Val, she is the co-host of the KSL movie show every Friday morning alongside Andy Farnsworth.
We talk about movies.
All morning long.
All morning long. Movies, television shows.
Additionally, and maybe most importantly, Val joins KSL Brightside every Friday morning. Every Friday afternoon.
Yes.
For our segment Movies That Stink. We start out every Friday afternoon. First segment of the show is Movies That Stink. And Val, you so far have been able to pretty much every week come up with a movie that stunk.
I try and search for one for you, even if it's like not noticeable.
That's a really interesting concept of movies that stink because, and this is no joke, I have liked almost every movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, I can usually find at least one good thing about every movie.
I'm a cheap date. I'm like, oh yeah, that movie is cool. And then I read the reviews and I'm like, oh geez.
Why did they think that?
I liked that movie. What does that say about me?
Yeah.
In fact, I'm trying to think of a movie that I watched that I really genuinely did not like and regretted seeing.
I have my worst movie of the year that I just tell people don't even think about it, and I believe I told you that a couple weeks ago, and that's the Lucky Strike movie. Don't even.
Not worth it.
No. Horrible.
Now there are movies that I won't see again, not because I didn't like them. In fact, one movie that I really liked, but I will never see it again. I was too creeped out. It was Us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
About the family?
Yes.
And the girl?
Yeah, it's creepy.
And the thing?
And it's really good. But yeah, it's freaky.
I saw that and I was like, I'm glad I watched it. I wish I hadn't watched it. I'm not going to watch it again, but I'm going to periodically think about it.
Yeah, you respect it for what it was.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I was not ready for anything about that movie.
And
I was
I
not
agree
ready for
with you.
anything about it.
There are movies that I like, and in fact, movies that I've absolutely loved, and I'm like, I'm so glad I saw that, but I can't ever watch it again. There's an Adam Sandler movie, Uncut Gems, that came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. It gives me a stomachache every time.
Really?
It's so stressful, but it is such a good film that I tell everybody else to watch it, but I don't ever need to see it again.
Yeah.
So well made.
All right. Well, I actually haven't watched that one, so.
Do it and then never watch it again.
Then watch it once. Watch it once and be done with it. So speaking of what might make a stressful movie, a Colorado man named Jeremy Morrison and another man, Kyle Byland from North Dakota, along with their respective families, have filed a lawsuit against Unity Medical Center in Grafton, North Dakota. Now, here's what they're saying. They're saying that Jeremy and Kyle were the only two babies born at that hospital on January 26, 1988, just the two of them. And that at some point before their parents left the hospital, they were switched and they went home with the wrong family. And they grew up with parents that were not biologically theirs and families that were not biologically there, and they were completely unaware. In fact, Jeremy said, quote, "I didn't have anyone that looked like me in my family. I was the blonde-haired kid that stood out in a family of brown-haired people." And then he said this, "I know I definitely wouldn't be here in Colorado today if I went home with the right parents. I would have been working the farm with my older brother that I never knew I had."
Oh.
So this guy's carrying some regret.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I don't think he hates his family. I just think how would you feel if you knew that there was a whole side of you out there that you didn't know about? That would be really hard.
I don't know how I would react. I don't know. I mean, in terms of human experiences, this is extreme.
Yeah.
This is extreme.
Yeah.
To be completely unaware.
Yeah.
That and not just, I mean, there are a lot of parents who, for example, or a lot of kids who, for example, didn't know they were adopted. But this is different. Both families, the entire families, no one knew. And so I think that there is I have a feeling there for what they went through as kids, and I have a feeling for what the parents went through to raise a child that was not yours, not the child that you thought they were. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know how I would think about it as a kid. I don't know how I would think about it as the parent.
Yeah. I can't even put myself in that situation. I love my family, but I would definitely want to know. I would want to know this, but at the same time, would I? Because then you go with the what ifs the rest of your life.
This came out because of a DNA test that Jeremy Morrison took, and he was not related at all in any way, shape, or form to anyone else in his family. And I mean, there's a list of questions you have to ask, right? At that point. But to not even be biologically related to your mother, right? Yeah. Because if you find out that you are in the family, but you're not related to your dad,
that's different.
Then you got to have a conversation with your mom.
Yeah.
Right? But to be a complete and total outsider to your family?
Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild.
And he wanted to know. He obviously knew there was something up. He went and got the DNA test. And, you know, what he's going through now and what his family's going through, I can't even imagine.
So the hospital said this. Unfortunately, because of the passage of nearly 4 decades, the medical and staffing records that might have provided additional clarity no longer exist. And no members of the delivery team from that time are still employed by the hospital. While we deeply sympathize with the men and their families, we have found no evidence to support claims that Unity Medical Center or its staff were responsible for what occurred.
Oh, come on.
Of course they're going to say that.
Did they think they swapped him in the parking lot? Like, come on.
Of course they're going to say that. But I think when this actually goes to court, so this was kind of their initial public defense. When they actually go to court, how else are you going to look at that?
Right.
And because we all know what it's like. You know what it's like. I know what it's like because I watched my wife go through this. When you walk through the hospital to deliver a baby, you are carried along.
Yes.
You know? And you have decisions you can make, for sure. But they're not big decisions.
No.
You are kind of carried along their process and their system, and you give yourself and your child to the hospital and their system.
Yeah.
And so the idea that they wouldn't have evidence that, you know, the hospital was responsible or that there could have possibly been another explanation, just knowing what I know about how hospitals work with labor and delivery.
Yeah. And this wasn't too long ago. Like my daughter...
88.
Yeah, 88. My daughter was born, and when she was born, they had everybody that was the parent or, you know, in charge of the baby, we all wore wristbands. So we could not take the baby out of the hospital. And this is 23 years ago.
Yeah.
Could not take the baby out of the hospital unless you checked it out and all the bands were there. And I'm sure, you know, a little bit before that, maybe not every hospital, maybe rural hospitals didn't have that, but there have been things put into play since then.
Yeah, it's tough to know how they would have handled it, but those were the only 2 babies born at the time.
If you want to kind of figure out what it's about, you could watch Switched at Birth. It is a television show.
I'm not going to watch
it. Yeah, or Swapped at Birth, which is an older movie, but
I'm not going to watch that either.
Yeah,
it's too stressful.
Also, it's not really made for you.
It's
the demographic, no.
It's not made for middle-aged white men?
No, not really.
There are not enough soldiers and guns and car chases?
Yeah, nobody has a guy that's driving his car that is trained by the U.S. military.
Yeah. No, it's all right. Well, let me know if there's ever a Switched at Birth film that includes just way more violence.
I will text you right away.
Let me know because I might be really into it. But I just, gosh, I feel bad for those guys. They weren't asking for very much, $50,000.
That is nothing.
No.
Nothing.
I know. I was stunned.
I hope they get it. I hope they do.
I think they should reconsider that number, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's say this happened to you.
Maybe it's covering their therapy costs only?
I guess. I mean, $50,000 would cover a lot of therapy.
Yeah.
If this happened to you, though, what would you want?
That's hard because I'd want my life back, but I wouldn't want to lose the life I had. I don't even know what that's worth, honestly. Maybe they're trying to prove a point that they just don't want this to happen again, which I don't think it would.
I would want enough money that none of the family that I know personally, this includes me, my kids and grandkids, would ever have to work again.
So like millions. You want millions of dollars.
That would need to be tens of millions.
Yeah.
And I would want the hospital destroyed and rebuilt somewhere else.
Wow.
Just start over. Just start over.
Wow.
I mean, at a certain
I'm learning
point,
a lot about you today.
At a certain point, I mean, this is a mistake.
Yeah.
All right. When we've got to take a break here. News, traffic, and weather. And when we come back, we're going to chat with a longtime friend of ours, Patrick Wiggins, who has made a little bit of history here in the state of Utah. So if you know Patrick, you know he's involved right here in astronomical research, and he has logged his 10th confirmed supernova. How about this? A real supernova hunter right here in the state of Utah. We'll talk to him when we come back.
2:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Claire Scott. KSL's top story this hour. It is breaking news. There's a flash flood warning in place for the Cottonwood burn scar in eastern Beaver County. It's in place until at least 4 this afternoon. The National Weather Service says there were heavy thunderstorms showering down on the burn scar around 2 and upwards of an inch falling in a short period of time. They're warning that could send debris rushing into the Beaver River. A man is now in custody accused of starting the Timp fire in American Fork Canyon last week. And KSL News Radio's Adam Small says this isn't the first time the man has been accused of starting a fire up there.
According to court records, 46-year-old Conrad Jared Larson pled guilty to starting a fire near the Timpanuki campground in 2017. Plus, he was also accused of leaving other fires unattended. Now, new arrest documents say witnesses reported seeing Larson in the area of the campground a week ago, the day the Timp fire started. And when police tracked him down, they say he had a lighter in his pocket and a strong odor of smoke coming from his vehicle.
Larson has been booked into the Utah County Jail on suspicion of felony arson. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The FBI is investigating a shooting at a federal immigration building in Phoenix.
The FBI says somebody fired shots at an enforcement and removal operations building in Phoenix. Enforcement and removal operations are part of ICE, handling deporting those ordered out of the U.S. The FBI says several rounds hit the exterior of the building on Tuesday. Nobody was injured. The FBI is asking for the public's help to learn more about what unfolded and who fired the shots. Alex Stone, ABC News.
Your money at this moment. The Dow closed down 105 points. The S&P is down 38. And coming up, isolated thunderstorms. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:32.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
This Friday from 10 to 1, the movie show comes to Sound Sleep. But first, take time to learn about a better night's rest. Sound Sleep delivers oral appliance therapy that treats sleep apnea without the use of CPAP machines. They're professionally fit, warranted, and covered by most major medical insurance. End the days of a poor night's sleep. With offices from Clearfield to St. George, Sound Sleep will help. Call Sound Sleep at 801-716-8672 today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to cars4kids.org now, or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
Right now, we do have that crash still on southbound I-15 near 114 South. And they are blocking the right shoulder there and causing some light delays that are starting really all the way back at 7200 South in Midvale and reaching down toward the crash. And then northbound Legacy Highway actually is seeing some delays, and that's from Woods Cross all the way into Bountiful, where there's construction. It's down to one lane, and that's why it's slow as you get out of Salt Lake County right now. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
Partly cloudy skies today with chances for an isolated thunderstorm here and there this afternoon. We'll see similar conditions through the weekend with highs in the 90s and scattered thunderstorms. Right now, it is 91 and mostly cloudy. I'm Claire Scott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com, we're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Parenting adult kids has got its own set of challenges.
And Alex Curie.
Yeah, those are big diapers when they get older.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard. I've got Val Cameron here, filling in for Alex, who's away with family this week, and we've got a special guest that we want to introduce. Now, this is a longtime friend of mine and of Alex's. Patrick Wiggins is the NASA Solar System Ambassador for the state of Utah and an astronomical researcher who's just kind of had ongoing discoveries in his field, and specifically just this month logged his 10th supernova. We've got Alex on the line with us. Not Alex. Alex isn't here. We've got Patrick. Patrick, how are you doing, man?
And I should mention, by the way, this was with my work with the University of Utah Department of Physics and Astronomy. But yeah, doing good. I even got up early to do this.
Oh, I'm so glad. Now, I think it's funny you get this represents an early rise for you, to a 2:30 p.m. radio hit. So tell us what it's like to be what it's like being a supernova hunter.
Well, I think it was Einstein that said that if you do the same thing over and over and over and expect a different result, that's insanity. Well, that's what a supernova hunter does. We check, night after night after night. And occasionally, like this one took almost 2.5 years to finally find, we find something. So it's kind of fun. It's not like I'm making any money off of it. I'm just doing it for science.
It's pretty neat. So how do you know? What is it that you see that makes you think, hey, I might have a supernova here?
Well, you look at a picture that you took some time ago of a given galaxy, and then you take a picture that night. And if something has changed, it could be a couple of things. Could be a bad image. Okay, so you take another one. Nope, it's still there. Okay, could be an asteroid that just happened to be there. Take another one. Nope, it hasn't moved, so it's not an asteroid. So then you start to go, and eventually you just report it and hope that somebody doesn't say, hey, dummy, that's something else. But this one wasn't a hey, dummy. This is a hey, congratulations, you found a supernova.
Oh, that's amazing. So do they show up as just bright anomalies?
Actually, bright, of course, is a relative term in astronomy. But in the pictures, and you can't see it naked eye, by the way. You need at least a good-sized telescope. But in the pictures, it becomes pretty obvious because you've got this nice, pretty galaxy there. I think most people probably know what a galaxy sort of looks like. But to suddenly have a dot of fairly bright light sitting right next to it that wasn't there before, and it's still there and it's not moving. So, but the downside, of course, is that when that happened some 50 million years ago, that's how long the light took to get here. Well, if there was any civilization on any planet orbiting that supernova star, they're gone.
Yeah. Well, and that'll be our fate eventually as well here on planet Earth. We know that. But when you look at these, so how long? So I guess maybe this depends on the size of the stars, but a star will go supernova and all the gas and everything else will kind of flash out. How long does it take for all that to dissipate?
Oh, well, now the supernova itself, once it gets going, it's, less than a day. Boom, it's happened. But then the brightness, the light, if you will stick around sometimes, well, depending on the size of the telescope again, because it does get fainter and fainter. But there was one supernova that I saw that I was able to track for a couple of months before it finally got so faint that I couldn't see it anymore. This one, now I found it's been 8 days ago. The last time the weather allowed me to check, it was actually still getting a little brighter.
Oh.
So I'm hoping that, once we get some clear skies again, maybe I'll still be able to see it and maybe watch it fade for the next few weeks.
Does that indicate maybe that it was just a really big star, really big event?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, any star that goes supernova has to be way bigger than the sun. Our sun, now it's going to die. Sorry, people, but yeah, the sun's going to die. But it's going to go out like a whimper. It'll just kind of swell up and gobble up a few planets, maybe the Earth or whatever, and then settle down and it's gone. But supernova, though, yeah, it has to be way, way bigger. At least I think it's 2.5 times bigger than the sun before it can even think about going supernova.
Well, some people may remember this, but you actually have an actual astronomical body named for you, an asteroid.
Yeah, you can't name them for yourself. But the head of the International Astronomical Union actually kind of took a liking to my work years ago, and so they named one for me. So
well,
yeah, 4099 Wiggins.
Wiggins, that's right.
That
we covered that on the Nightside Project. Do you remember this?
Yep, long ago.
Long time ago. And so I got to ask you, where is asteroid 4099 Wiggins? Do you have any idea where it is out there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it will never get close to the Earth unless, I don't know, maybe Elon Musk will put a rocket on it and bring it in. But no, it's out beyond the orbit of Mars. And there's the program, the computer program I use to move the telescope to look for the supernovae. I've got that kind of in the background there. So I'm always seeing where it is. Mm-hmm. But it's very faint, and you're not going to see it with just your eyeball. I never did with my eyeball, but have seen it with the telescope a few times, and it's like, hi there. It'll have that name forever, and it's not like the name a star thing that so many. It so irritates me when I see people advertising those name a star. Well, I tell you what, people, send me $50 and I'll name the star for you, and it'll have just the same amount of authenticity as those things.
Yeah,
so this is real though.
Yeah, those registries they don't hold scientific weight.
None at all.
When you do that, it might get you a nice little certificate that you can give to someone, but it's not literally named for you. But that's cool. So you found 10 of these. So I guess your pace is what, every couple of years you find a new supernova?
Yeah, it varies greatly. I've had gone as little as a couple of months between discoveries, and then like this one was a couple of years. The problem is the big search engines, if you will, the big telescopes, the people, the professionals, basically, they're really finding these things in just a huge amounts. I mean, virtually every day there's another one found somewhere, but it's very faint, and there's no way I could see something like that.
Yeah.
So the only way that amateurs like me have a chance is maybe, I don't know, someone at the big telescope is on a lunch break or something, and they don't notice it, and the light hits my telescope, and it's like, wow, okay, and then you report it. And I already had one of the professionals say, well, it's nice to see that the amateurs can still beat us sometimes.
Well, I mean, still of you sometimes. I mean, if they didn't catch it, they're lucky to have you.
Yeah, it's up to me. And this one's actually a supernova go. This is a pretty bright one, which also, when I saw that, I went, oh, I'm sure somebody's seen this already. It's so bright. But again, it's just a matter of luck. I mean, the preparation, too. You've got to be really OCD, which, by the way, that stands for obsessive compulsive delightful. Right? OCD means you're looking a lot and a lot and a lot, night after night after night. This is why I have no social life, because this is what I do.
This is what you do. Boy, that sure is awesome. So when you find something, you think, hey, this might be something new, I'm going to report it. To whom do you report?
There is kind of like an international clearinghouse for this sort of thing. And there's a form that you fill out, of course, and you send it in. And then you get kind of nervous because you're waiting. Someone with a bigger telescope, more fancy equipment, needs to look at it in a way that I just don't have the ability to do, to confirm that it really is a supernova and not something else.
Yeah.
And that itself will take a couple hours. This one took almost a day. I mean, I kept hitting refresh on the screen, trying to bring it up to show that it had been confirmed. But, you know, an international clearinghouse, and eventually there's no certificate or anything. You just get a message saying, okay, it's real, and that's it.
Thank you for your contribution to science.
Yes, right. But you do get the emails from other astronomers. Those are really nice ones. We do this in the astronomical community. If somebody finds something, it's just kind of good practice. You send them an email saying, congratulations. And it was nice this time that I was on the receiving end.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, Patrick Wiggins, he is the Solar System Ambassador for the state of Utah, and also is up at the University of Utah Department of Physics and Astronomy. And so, Patrick, thanks so much, and congratulations again. Keep up the good work, man.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, we're going to let you go so you can get back and get ready for tonight. Another night of observing and finding. So what cool work to do.
Find us something else. Find one more.
One more. We'll name it for you, Val. How about that? Supernova Val. Although, as he said, the names are handled in a different place in a different way, and it doesn't seem like they named Supernova.
I'll just pretend. It'll be in my heart that it's named after.
It'll be in your heart. That sounds good. All right, we got to grab a break. When we come back, we're going to do the AI question of the day, and then we're going to wrap this show up, put a bow on it, and move on to tomorrow. So stay tuned.
Kitchen and bath transformations start with AMC Building Materials. AMC Building Materials is a large kitchen cabinet and countertop supplier serving both wholesale and retail customers. AMC offers factory direct pricing on all interior remodeling materials, giving you exceptional value without sacrificing quality. Most standard items are available for quick payment and pickup right away. AMC Building Materials provides professional service, free design, and free on-site measurements, along with expert installation by top AMC professionals. From bold kitchen designs to beautiful functional bathrooms, AMC delivers outstanding value with styles you'll love. And best of all, most projects can be completed within just 10 days. Come experience beauty you can see, quality you can feel, and service you can trust. Get directions to the new AMC Building Materials showroom at 3678 South 700 West today and schedule your free estimate. Visit amckitchenslc.org. That's amckitchenslc.org.
Looking for your next big win? Head to ksl.com/win and enter this week's contests. You could win a pair of tickets to Thanksgiving Point's Imagine Area. See Zach Bryan live at Rice Circle Stadium. Enjoy Guys and Dolls at the Sarah Shell. Cheer on Real Salt Lake or the Utah Royals and so much more. Whether you love live music, theater, or cheering on your favorite team, there's a prize with your name on it. It only takes a minute to enter, and you could be our next winner. Don't miss your chance. Visit ksl.com/win today.
Amanda, every business needs IT help, and sometimes you've got that guy who already works for your company who knows how to do this stuff, but sometimes you don't, or the guy who knows the IT stuff, that's not his actual job.
Right. So Les Olson IT they can be your 24/7 help desk. They can support your existing help desk. They can do advanced cybersecurity protection. Maybe just come and take a look. Are you subject to phishing or ransomware or other things? What are the cyber threats you're facing?
And you've got to make sure that your data is secure, so both cloud and data backup solutions, they can help you with that. Plus, everybody's got to use a computer. That's where hardware comes in, infrastructure support. You don't have to know all this stuff because Les Olson IT knows it.
And most of the time, they can help you fix whatever's going wrong remotely, just off your computer. Plus, of course, they have copiers and printers. They always will at the very best price.
Les Olson IT is your trusted local IT partner. They've been in business for 70 years, and they've got 9 locations from Logan to Las Vegas.
Find out more at lesolson.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good night's sleep.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed, and still don't, on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Val Cameron, and Alex Curie's away with some family, hanging out with, with family.
Well, I've had a lovely time. I appreciate you having me.
Listen, AI's become a bigger and bigger deal in the workplace. I've noticed that, in fact, if you read news stories on KSL.com, let me pull one up just to make sure that I have the disclaimer correct. Oh no, this one doesn't have it. But have you noticed that little disclaimer that they'll use on? Here it is. Here we go. This one will have it. So they have a little disclaimer, and it says the key takeaways for this article, which key takeaways are usually like the 3 or 4 bullet points at the beginning of an article. The key takeaways for this article were generated with the assistance of large language models, AI, and reviewed by our editorial team. The article itself is solely human written. And so KSL has they've taken the stance that if we do use AI, we're going to disclose where it's used.
Right.
And where a human does something, where AI does something, which I think is appropriate for a media company. But for the most part, though, if a company that you interact with, maybe even your own employer or other companies that you deal with, they're going to be using AI, and they're not necessarily going to disclose it.
Right.
And it's more and more and more and more we're finding. Now, sometimes it's obvious. Like, have you ever called into a call center and gotten an AI person?
Yes.
And I love how they do the clacking of the keyboard.
As if that was really there.
To help you feel like it's more of a person. You ever heard that?
I haven't heard that, but that is hilarious.
So there are a couple of things. So CNBC has an interesting article up about AI and etiquette. And I thought this was interesting because in my work at Teton, we do have AI agents that will join a meeting for note-taking purposes, for documentation purposes, because we are overseen by the Securities and Exchange Commission, and they can come in at any time and they can say, hey, show me the notes from these meetings. And you got to have something, that you can show them to show that the work you're doing for your client families is what you're expected and that you're doing it according to industry norms and what the best interest is for the client family, right? And so you've got to have documentation, right? So when the SEC says, show me that this is in the best interest of your client, we can show that because we have the documentation. We've gone through the process of determining that the moves we make are in a client family's best interest. And so AI has become an important tool for documentation, right? Cataloging of information. It's better at this, we've found. It's not better than humans in a lot of ways. It's better than humans in note-taking.
I think so. I, at a previous job, asked my employer if it was okay that I used AI in my email systems because I would get so many emails every day. It was hard to keep up with all these requests, and so I would bring in AI. They would read all my emails and then give me an outline of what the emails were about and which one needed to be answered like at a priority level.
Yeah.
And that really helped me in the time of what I needed to do.
So CNBC compiled a list of things of just if you're working with AI, etiquette rules. Okay.
Okay.
Number 1, ask permission before adding AI. So if you're using AI to record or transcribe meetings, you should ask first. It can feel intrusive if you hit the record button and you haven't asked permission yet.
Exactly.
You also could run afoul of, it's possible, and you wouldn't hear in Utah, but it could be possible that in some states you might run afoul of their rules regarding recording conversations, right? So
you have to ask permission anyway.
Very often you do. Here in Utah, you don't. You just have to make sure that one of the people in the recording knows they're being recorded. So, for example, if you and I were talking, I could record our conversation without telling you. But if you and Jeff were talking, I could not record your conversation without informing
With your meta glasses.
With my meta glasses, that's right. So you should start your meeting with a human moment before anyone adds an AI agent to the call. Say, all right, just when the humans are there. And then you can say, okay, I use an AI note taker. May I add them to this call? And then everyone can kind of know. Now, many of these, for the most part, the software where you would do a call like this, Zoom or Teams or Slack, they'll notify you if the meeting's being recorded.
Yes.
Which is and that's what'll trigger that. So if you bring in an agent like that, then you might have a note taker. You may have a little thing come up saying, "Hey, this is being documented. This is being recorded. Are you okay with that?" And if you're not okay with that, you get booted from the meeting.
Yeah.
Right. But what do you think about that? Do you think that's necessary to ask permission before you add an AI agent?
I think
to a call?
so. Yeah, I think so. I would like to know what's going on. Plus, it makes me feel a little bit better that somebody else is taking notes and I don't have to take them because we're all going to get sent the transcript. So one less step for me to do.
Oh, it's incredibly handy.
Yes.
It's incredibly handy. Number 2 on this list, don't outsource human tasks. In other words, if you're going to send a message to your colleague, don't ask AI to send a message to your colleague. Why don't you
do it yourself? You
lazy bum. You can't type out 25 words.
Exactly.
People can catch AI emails.
And you can check
like
those now. Yeah.
And so one recommendation is if you're worried that an AI generated message sounds too unnatural, ask somebody to read it and then give you their opinion. And I have used AI to write things out before, and I've had to go back and ask it to make changes.
Yeah.
Just annoying things. So a couple of things that AI always does that now are red flags. They'll say something is not this, but it is this.
Exactly.
Right? Val Cameron is not just a movie reviewer. She's also a this and that and this and that. That is classic AI language, right?
Yes.
And the dashes.
And all the dashes.
All the stupid dashes.
Yes.
So I always have to go through and I say, hey, rephrase this. And what's so funny is when you go through and you type in a prompt, hey, take out the dashes and take out this because it sounds like too much like AI. It does this stupid thing where it's like, oh yeah, you're right. That's a really smart thing to do.
I put dashes in
drives
things.
you crazy.
And now I double check myself because I'm like, but a dash needs to be here, but is it going to look like AI?
You got to write around it. You got to write around it because if you put that dash in, this is in my mind at least.
Yeah.
This is in my mind. If you were to send me an email that had a dash.
Dang it, I need to edit my book. There's 2 dashes in there. There's 2 dashes in there because it's for a pause. There's 2 dashes. I'll have you read it first.
Okay, we'll take a look at it. I bet though that overall, over the course of a book, people could see it's a human.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
I wonder if it's smart. Do you think it's smart to put in silly and obvious mistakes into an email?
Put a little emoji in there.
Just so that people know that it's human. Just put some misspellings, just some things that are really super awkwardly phrased.
just to make sure.
Yeah, just so people are like, oh yeah, this was a person. A person wrote this email.
Exactly. I like it. I like the idea of a little mistake.
Should we just do that?
Yeah.
Just maybe the rebellion against AI is a rebellion against proper grammar.
I mean, I'm dyslexic.
Spelling.
I'll just leave that in there and hope for the best.
Say, hey,
good luck, guys.
Hey, you know what? I'm a person. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do about it?
Go ask AI if you want something perfectly written with no mistakes. Go ask AI for it. If you ask me, you're going to get a human being writing this. And so here it is.
No dashes,
all the mistakes
people.
and
No dashes.
So you make the spelling mistakes, though. People think you're an idiot, but at least they know
right?
you're human.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a lose-lose
They'll
situation.
think you're not smart enough to use the spell check. But you are a real person, so there's that. And honestly, in this day and age, that's something. And then
something.
And then the final thing. I know we're leaving right here to go to the afternoon news with Jeff, but avoid citing AI advice. Don't share AI advice with your coworkers.
Yeah.
That's not a smart thing to do.